Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, and I'm back. It's been like 10 days since I've uploaded last, so I'm sorry about that. This video is not the best, but it's gonna be kind of similar to my weird places video, except for this time, it's gonna be more specific regions within countries that you can commonly find, like Canada, Russia, Brazil, for example. So I'm just gonna be going over some of these. And I mean, these are kind of just my opinions. Like, I think these are weird places, but and just like that video, I'm just gonna be using the map maker. It's just easier to show you like where the locations exactly are. So I'm gonna start off in Bolivia with this area. This is actually a salt flat. This is the largest salt flat in the world. And I don't think this one is too common to find since it's just Trekker, but there is a salt flat north as well, and this is just a Google car. So you can find this. I've gotten this twice in my life, so it's not like you'll never find this. You'll probably get this one day, maybe. I don't know. But moving all the way up to Canada, and this is technically the only desert in Canada, and I've actually been here a couple of times. I don't know how to pronounce the name of this place. Soyuz? I think it's like that. But technically this is like the only like desert in the country. It's pretty dry. I've been here. It's pretty dry. But the kind of like dryness, the arid look, I guess, basically extends all the way from here to Kamloops up here. So this whole area is pretty dry compared to like the rest of the country. Like you just go like here. That was a bad example. Like here. Like you can see like it's pretty dry, basically. That's what I'm saying. But staying in Canada, this is the northernmost Google coverage on Ellesmere Island, which is the northernmost island in Canada. And this place is weird. It basically looks like an alien world. Like there's big mountains, but nothing can really grow up here since it's so cold. So it's pretty barren. And it almost looks like, hang on. It almost reminds me of like the official Google coverage in Antarctica. Like it looks pretty similar. This is a terrible example. It's like the mountains. Where are the mountains? It doesn't actually look like what I was thinking at all. Yeah. So it kind of reminds me of this. But like the mountains are more like the mountains you'll find in like Iceland or Greenland. Which I mean this is basically the North Pole and that's the South Pole, so kind of makes sense. Moving over to Europe, and I think this is the only one I have in Europe. Of course, there's all sorts of weird places in Europe that I haven't really found or really thought of when I was making this video. But feel free to comment like other weird places you've encountered in GeoGuessr. But it's this place, and I don't really know how to describe it other than that I think this is dirt, and I think it's black, and that's kind of weird. And this is like the best official coverage I can find, but just over here, this is unofficial coverage all through here. And it just gets more and more extreme. Of course, you won't ever encounter this in-game since it's unofficial coverage. But like looking all through here, like no one really lives here except for here, I think. I don't know. But like Google hasn't covered this. I don't know why, but it's a weird place. Similarly to this, actually not similarly at all, is this area in Russia. And Russia has tons of very unique and strange places. But I'm just gonna go with this one for this video. And I stumbled upon this when I was making a map for a video. Just 'cause there's all sorts of these like weird lakes everywhere. And I wanted to get a better look at it. But it's just like flat desert. Like it almost looks like Mongolia or like even like Mexico. But it's in Russia. That's the strange thing, I guess, that's in Russia. But Russia's a huge country. Like there's all sorts of places that you wouldn't expect. Like stereotypically we think of Russia as like being like cold and forested, which it is for the most part. But like even take this city over here, for example, along the Black Sea. That's a bad example. It's like over here. But like this doesn't look like Russia. This looks like a Mediterranean city. Yeah, like palms and stuff. Yeah, so Russia's a huge country with a lot of weird areas. I just went over these two in this video, but you can find all sorts of fascinating places in the country. Now, the only one in Africa is Spain, because Spain has two cities and some surrounding area that borders Morocco, and I believe Spain is the only European country that still has a land border in Africa. You actually see the border with Spain and Morocco right here. This is Spain, and this side is Morocco. So you can see into Morocco on official Street View coverage. And the cities themselves are pretty standard Spanish cities. I actually quite often got confused with just mainland Spain, because I mean we have like the Spanish crosswalks, some pretty standard Spanish looking architecture. So if you didn't know, like, yeah, it's kind of just hard to tell that it's even in Africa because the climates are actually quite similar as well. And it's the same thing with this city down here. That is Morocco, and this is Spain. The final place I wanted to cover in this video, and I'll probably make a couple more future ones, if I find any more weird stuff, which I probably will. I play the game quite a lot. But this is Mongolia, and if you know what Mongolia looks like everywhere else, this doesn't look like Mongolia at all. This looks a lot more like Russia. Like if I didn't see the car, I would assume this is probably like Russia, maybe Kyrgyzstan, even like Ukraine, but no, it's just Mongolia. Because everywhere else in Mongolia, oh, the snow, looks like this. Or, wait, or, or this. There we go. It's desert. It's in the Gobi Desert, which is all of up here. So this place definitely stands out where it is. Like even if you just go like out here a bit more, it's back to just desert. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. If you're new and enjoy my content, consider subscribing. It really helps out. Sorry this video kind of sucked, and I'll see you in the next one.